Welcome back to the art room. I'm really glad you could make it today. Today's episode is all about making 3D sculptures out of cardboard in the shape of dinosaurs. We'll be... Oh, whoops, I better check my watch. It's almost quitting time here in the gravel pit.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're the modern Stone Age family. From the town of Bedrock, they're a page right out of history. Let's ride with the family down the street, through the courtesy of Fritz and Pete. When you're with the Flintstones, have a yabba-dabba-doo time, a dabba-doo time. We'll have a gay old time.
Okay, welcome back to the art room for our episode about dinosaurs. I think you're going to get a big kick out of this one. I certainly have. We'll start off with a little supply list here for you. I'm going to be using some cardboard here. These are Amazon boxes that I've been chopping up. So hey, if you love dinosaurs, don't forget about our dinosaur drawing lesson that we had about, 6 months ago or so. James and I were running from the dinosaurs. If you love drawing them, check that one out. But today we're really thinking about building dinosaurs. And this is the first little guy that I made, and he was kind of in our video going across the screen there with Fred Flintstone and everybody. And then here's one that's a little bit larger. And this guy's, gosh, about 24 inches long, I guess, and he stands up on the table nicely, too. And we'll be showing you more about our guy here, our other dinosaur guy. But hey, let's get you started then, making a dinosaur of your own. So I'm going to take a piece of cardboard here, and if I can, I'm going to find something that doesn't have writing or printing on it. So this is kind of the perfect piece right here. So what I'm going to do is sketch out a nice shape that I think is going to work, and bring it out here like that. I think that'll be his tail there, and all right, and right about back up into his body. Okay. All right. And with my scissors, if you don't have scissors that are powerful enough, or maybe your fingers are a little smaller, maybe somebody's around that can help you with a big pair of scissors, hopefully. Mom, you listening? Or Grandpa, or anybody back there. Okay, so that's going to be our body of our dinosaur. So I'm going to make a decision about how long I want his legs to be. So I'm going to grab another piece of our cardboard here. This one's kind of nice because it doesn't have too many markings on it. And what I'm going to do is imagine a set of front legs and a set of back legs for our little guy here. So come down to the bottom, and I'm going to sketch out a shape that is like a big door shaped thing, like that. So that's going to be for his back legs. And then I might want smaller legs for the front, or if we're doing T-Rex, I'll show you the T-Rex I made here in a minute. I think I'm going to go with a little bit smaller set of legs for the front of my dinosaur. Okay? Alright. And, once again, let's get the scissors and cut that out. Okay. All right. Okay, so back legs and front legs. So what I'll do next is take my marker, and I'm going to pick a little position, little point right here on top of that set of back legs, and I'm going to make a little slice on top of my front legs. And not only am I going to make a slice, but I'm going to see if I can cut out a little tiny V-shaped sliver out of it there. Do you see what I did? Kind of a sliver. And then I'm going to also make kind of what we would call a sliver in the set of front legs that we have. Okay. So next I'm going to plan from the opening between the legs, and I'll be drawing. I could have done this in a lot of different ways. I could have, not had as much area there. I could have bulged out a little bit on the side, maybe for a foot. But I'm going to keep it simple for us here in our dinosaur together here, like that. All right. So I'll get my scissors and be patient. Cardboard's tough to cut through, but it's really worth it for what you get. And those are his back legs, and then front legs cut out as well here. Hope you're doing okay with yours. Alright, let's get rid of some of that stuff. Okay, so can you imagine like where these legs are going to be here? So let's see, like kind of right maybe where that hump in his back is. I'm going to draw a little line right about there. And where do I want his front legs to come down? I'm thinking right maybe right there underneath his neck there a little bit. Alright, so back into my scissors again I go. Cut a notch. And cut a notch. Okay. Still making that V shape there that we've been doing. And let's see what kind of a fit we're going to get. So by taking these two slots and shoving them together, oh, that's great. I've got his back legs going there, and then front legs. Let's shove those together. And hey, I am ready to stand up on the tabletop. His angle isn't very good, so what I'm going to do, I could do one of two things. I could shorten his legs down a little bit, or I could decide to let's make some feet on the back, and I'll just draw a little line across there and a matching line, and then I'll make a bend on that line and give him some feet like that, and bend that out like that. Come on, get it straight. There we go. Alright, see, that's my feet going there. And I think while I'm doing that, I'll cut some toes in it. Like that. Okay. Alright, so I got those great little feet. And let's see how he's standing up now. And let's adjust that back leg a little bit. And what I had to do there to make my dinosaur a little bit more stable was to make that notch in his body just a little higher. So let's try that again. And oh, I like that. So give you a nice little side view of him. He's looking good, our dinosaur. So I could leave him as is if I wanted, but I think, hey, since we're in the art room here, our first guy here, he's got a lot of nice details on him, and the reason he looks so neat is because I like the eye additions, and I like these little things I put on the back. You might notice I extended his tail out a little bit. So let's go a little further with developing our little guy here. So I'd like to give him some three-dimensional eyes. So get some of our spare cardboard, and I'm going to just cut out a bit to work with, and I'm going to sketch out kind of a shape that looks like two circles that are joined together, and he's kind of got a nice cartoon face already. So these these two circles that are kind of joined together like that. I'm going to cut those out. Okay. Yeah, that's great. So let's see if we can't position these eyes up on his face here like that. So in order to do that, we're going to need a notch. So if you're worried about where your notch is going to be, I think, I could put it on top of his head or farther down. I'm going to put it like right about there. That's going to be where my notch will be for the eyes. And just as we did to hook his feet together, we'll need a notch there, and a kind of a little one here where I think his eyes are going to go. You see my little notch right there? A little different. We got the camera on the side now, but I think it works a lot better for our eyes. And then I'll take my eyes and just slide those into position. He's great. He's great. Well, how about some kind of dinosaur fins? So I'm going to chop up some crazy fins here. Are they fins? I don't know. I guess they're like spikes on his back, I guess. Maybe shouldn't be calling them fins. I'm not really sure what they are. Dinosaur lovers of the world, I need an answer from you. So I'll imagine these spiky things going across his back. So let's make a notch there in that spike. And I'm going to do the same thing for all of my spikes. Okay. How many spikes should you have? I don't know. You're the artist. Don't ask me. I could put one like coming out of his head there. That might be kind of fun. I don't know. Well, I'll make some places where I'm going to, 1, 2, 3, 4, make some places where I'm going to hook his spikes on. I want them angled back a little bit, so I'm going to make like an angled notch there. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And let's cut a little notch out of that, like that. Peel those little bits out. Let's see how our back fins are going to fit in here. Let's see. Let's stick that one there. Oh, that's cool. Like that. And that. And that. Oh, yeah. I could have, he's kind of standing on his tippy toes. I could have bent his front feet out too, and I still might do that. I might bend his, give him some toes here, or I could put some little toes. Maybe I'll do some little toes just right here where they are. So it looks like he's kind of ready for battle. He's got his, he's got his toes like standing straight up. He's ready to fight for his dinosaur territory here. Like that. Okay. Straighten everything up, and the next thing I'm going to do is get my Elmer's glue, and I'm going to glue him together so he doesn't fall apart, and we'll glue at super speed here, because that's kind of the way we do things. Okay, hey, I like the way he's turning out. I hope you like yours too. I'm going to give that glue a chance to dry here before we begin to paint. Back here, and the glue is all nice and dry. And I'm going to think about what kind of color I want to put on my dinosaur, or I don't have to paint him at all. It's really up to you. He looks kind of neat, little brown like that. Could be using markers or whatever I have around, or crayons. But if you are using acrylic paint, then I'm going to lay down a little cardboard mat for our dinosaur here, and I'm going to start off with a white base coat. And the reason I'm doing this is that if you use acrylic, you can get some really vivid colors by laying white down first. So that's what I'm going to do next. And let's go ahead and paint our dinosaur. You notice, Mom, I've got a piece of cardboard down on the table so I don't get everything messy, like we artists love to do. Okay, let's paint it. Okay, ready for the next step then. Hey, so here we go. It's time to color our dinosaur, and it's time to pick the color. I'll bring a couple of examples up here on the screen of some cartoon dinosaurs that I've been looking at. They're all cool. There's really no way to go wrong. Let's take a look at that beginning one that I showed you that was in the video. And here he is. He's I like the color. I like the way this guy looks. And you'll notice that this little face area is kind of a Hanna-Barbera characteristic, like Dino the dinosaur, and everybody has this little face color, kind of makes them look a little more cute, or maybe like they have more personality. And then here's that big green one that we showed you a moment ago. He's colossal. I love this guy. He's so big, it's like he's hard to put on the table. Yeah, he's really big. Can I get a look on his face here? Yeah, let's see. There's his face. And so I like his color scheme too. They're all good. And Mom, if you're listening out there, or whoever's around, an adult, there's no greater gift you could give your young artist at home than a set of acrylic paints back here. They're not very expensive. They're fun. They're so useful for so many different things. So, hey, here we go. I'm going to pick out a color. I think I'm going to go yellow this time. So, I'm going to get my plate and let's put some... I love painting. I just love painting. Okay, good sounds too. So, as we did before, I'm gonna go ahead and leave an area here because I'm going to do the Hanna-Barbera mouth kind of thing, and I'll show you why I'm going to do that. If you paint one color over the top, you'll never get the same effect. If you leave that area white, it'll be nice and bright for the next color, if that makes any sense to you. Okay. Okay, on to the next step then. I'm going to add some red to my plate, and these are just the details that make it really fun. And you might notice that I'm switching up to a smaller brush as well. Okay, hey, as you can see, I've added a few things since we've been away for a second. I've got some of those nice blue little dinosaur spots there, and then I used a magic marker to make that mouth. And of course, don't forget your eyes on the front. That's really important for the character of your dinosaur. And thanks for watching. I had a great time making dinosaurs with you today. And one more thing we've got to do here, the most important thing here, always make sure that we include Frankie. He's up there riding on the dinosaur. So as we always say at the end of all these videos, don't forget, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you've got something to be proud of. You're an artist. Always remember that. And we'll see you back here next time in Mr. Shay's Art Room.